Hi, everyone, and welcome to NSHSS Global Student Voices series. During this session, I and some other NSHSS student leaders will be talking about our 2021 New Year's resolutions. I'm Maggie. I go to the Sarasota Collegiate School in the beautiful, beachy Sarasota, Florida, and I'm one of our Collegiate Council representatives here at NSHSS. Hannah, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yes, thank you, Maggie. My name is Hannah. I go to At Home in the Low Country, which is a homeschool organization. I am also an ambassador for NSHS. Olivia?
Hi, I'm Olivia. I go to Altmont Parish, Williamstown Central School District up north, and I am also, like the rest of you guys, an ambassador for NSHSS.
We're so glad to have you guys here today. So I'm going to roll right into our first question. What did you guys choose as your 2021 resolutions and why? Olivia, do you want to go first this time?
Sure. I chose to be a lot more productive with my schoolwork and just working more consistently and getting stuff in quicker and just being more productive.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, especially I don't know if you're doing online or virtual school or if you're doing in person like some people are, but it can definitely be hard to be productive sometimes being at home. So I'm sure that's a goal that many of us have. Hannah, what are your resolutions for the new year?
Yes, my resolution is I had to do a schedule, be more, because all the stuff that was coming in, like stuff I'm doing for my senior year. So, do a schedule, work on my business and my nonprofit organization.
That's really cool. You guys chose some pretty high ones. For me, I basically just chose I want to learn 3 new words a week with one of my friends. We decided to come up with that just because it's kind of forgiving and easy since these months have been pretty hard on everyone. Um, how do you feel like 2021 influenced those resolutions you made, if at all?
Um, Olivia, you want to go first? You want me?
No, it's fine, you can go.
Thank you. 2020 definitely influenced it because I think it just I knew I had need to get like myself together because I didn't know if I was going to go in my senior year or if I was going to go in my 11th grade year. So it just told me, be prepared and just expect anything because last year was definitely crazy. So
Yeah, if anything, 2020 definitely taught us to not really have a lot of plans or expectations. We can't figure out how it's gonna go. Olivia, how about you?
You're so right about that. 2020 was a big mess, and we all just kind of are just like going with the flow now, just rolling with the punches and seeing what happens.
Yeah, totally. It's like really being forgiving with yourself. I think is a lot of the resolutions this year is focused. Speaking of forgiveness, how important do you think it is, like, to keep your resolutions? Like, is that really a big thing, or is it all right if, maybe you slip up a couple times or just ditch them all together halfway through the year? Hannah, do you want to go first?
sure. I don't think you want to ditch all of them, but it's okay to be a little bit forgiving and stuff because as you said, 2020 was just not expected how it was supposed to go. So I think it's true like to keep to a certain schedule and to keep certain goals. Like the goals that you have, like maybe 3 words a day or something like that. Maybe you can't do three, maybe you're gonna do one or two. So just to keep that going if you can't keep the big goals.
Exactly. Like, I have changed my goals so many times, but I have kept to the most like structured point of what I want to get at, even if I slip up a couple of times, because it's gonna happen. Like, it's life.
Yeah, it definitely isn't like an iron rule, like you got to do this, but it is nice and it feels good too when you do get to keep them. But no big deal if you do slip up a few times. We're human, so um, like speaking of 2020, what were your goals for 2020? Did you meet them? And how were they influenced by the pandemic? Like Olivia, if you want to go first this time.
The pandemic definitely was a big hitter on my goals, but I still followed through with what I wanted to do, even if I was going from in school to learning online and having all of that.
That's really good. How about you, Hannah?
Yes, I had a few goals. Some of them I met, some of them I didn't. So hopefully this year it'll be better because most of us was stuck at home in the pandemic, so I couldn't really do my volunteering like I had wanted to, or just hang out with friends like I had wanted to. So yeah, it was sometimes. What about you, Maggie?
Yeah, I really feel that with the volunteering. One of my goals for 2020 before COVID and everything hit, as part of my senior year, I wanted to do 100 hours of community service. Um, Shockingly, that didn't happen because I couldn't go anywhere. So that was fun. But again, it's good to be forgiving with ourselves, and that's one thing that 2020 really taught me. What December was pretty weird. For us though. What are you hoping that December is going to look like this year?
Maybe we'll be able to get back with our families, gather and stuff. But honestly, I just hope that everything keeps going at the pace it is, because right now things are going very smoothly in the world of COVID, I'd say.
Yeah, definitely smoothly for, what can we really expect, but we're rolling with the punches. How about you, Hannah?
Yes, the same thing that Olivia said, that that we just keep on going on track of where we're going at. Hopefully that we can meet up soon, do some events and stuff like that. So that's really what I hope December will look like.
Yeah, I'm really hoping for that as well. I mean, can't predict the future. 2020 definitely taught us that, but I'm really hoping that soon enough we're all going to be able to get back and have NSHSS Scholars Day Atlanta and those type of things again, see our friends, go up and see my family. I know everybody has really missed that. Um, so, like right now with 2021, February 25th, how are you feeling? What are two words that would describe how you feel right now? Hannah, do you want to go?
Sure. I guess the first one would be grateful. Just, grateful for how far that, I have come, but also how far my family have come during the pandemic, and just, ready, just excited for what's to come, you know. So
That's a really good mindset. How about you, Olivia?
I would say hopeful for the future and hopeful for just right now, just living in the moment and seeing what happens.
Yeah, I really like that point about living in the moment. It's same pretty much here. Slightly tired, as I'm sure everyone is, but I'm proud of how my family and I have handled everything, and I'm really hopeful that things are going to get better soon. Um, well, that is all that we had for today. So, any final thoughts that anyone would like to share on New Year's resolutions or 2020 in general?
well, I do have a question for y'all. I really want to know how was, y'all transition from like 2019 to 2020 to now. Like, is it getting easier? Is it getting harder? Because we at probably different states and stuff, and just, how y'all family been doing and how you been doing.
I mean, that's a good question. I mean, I've been going along with it. 2020 personally was really hard. I did lose a couple of family members, and things were really hard for a while. but I know I learned a lot. I started my writing business, which was really one good positive thing. I got more involved with our ambassador program, which was really awesome. And I'm just I'm going as far as I can, as much as I can, and just seeing what the day brings. How about you, Olivia?
I have lost a family member as well, so I understand how that feels. I do apologize. My condolences are being sent. But going into 2020 from 2021 and back and forth, I guess, stuff has been really good lately. I've started my photography business and I've just been going with the flow a lot more and just living in the moment. So just being happy.
That's really good. That's all anyone can really expect now, that positive mindset is everything. Um, so any other thoughts that anyone would like to share? Well,
No.
I think we're all muted, so I think that's all we've got for today, folks.
Thank you so much for bringing us on here.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're so happy to have you. All around some very good thoughts and very positive, and I'm sure everyone will enjoy hearing everything we had to say.